Hello and welcome to another ASU TV-13 News Brief. I'm Delisha Banks. Kicking off this new semester, what a way to open up Welcome Week here at Alcorn State with a meet and greet. ASU TV-13 reporter Makayla Brown has the details on that story.
The heat was no issue for the School of Agriculture and Applied Sciences as they kicked off their fall 2023 meet and greet. Dr. Gwendolyn Gordon, Director of Alumni Staff and Development, tells me the purpose of this event.
College of Agriculture and Applied Sciences, we try to have a welcome back to school event for all of our new students and our returning students, and also to just welcome the faculty and staff and students back to the university for another year.
Faculty, staff, and students gather in the Extension and Research Complex parking lot to grab a bite to eat and socialize. One student spoke to me on what he would like to see this school semester.
Something I'd personally like to see more is a lot of the ag students getting together and, really forming their own kind of coalition.
From barbecue chicken, fresh off the grill, to potato salad and cool drinks. What a feast indeed. Dean of Agriculture, Dr. Dexter Wakefield, shares his input of advice for this semester.
I tell everybody this train will keep on moving. That means that don't let anything hold you back, no matter what it may be. You strive for something, you achieve something, you go for it, and no matter what it is, don't let it hold you back.
As you can see, there's nothing wrong with a little fellowship and food to start off this school semester. Makayla Brown reported for ASU TV-13.
The heat has hit record highs in the triple digits, and I had the opportunity to see what students and athletes were doing to stay cool. We will dig deeper into that a little later in this brief. Students, faculty, and staff gathered to cover the semester with the prayer.
All that you have done, Lord God, and everything that you're doing, God, and everything that you're going to do, Lord God.
They say there is power in prayer, which is the reason why students, faculty, and staff gather on the historic steps of Oakland Memorial Chapel. This event was spearheaded by no other than Dr. C.J. Rhodes, Director of Religious and Spiritual Life here at Alcorn State University.
First pop-up prayer for the semester. We're pausing for a moment to welcome all of our students back to campus and to cover them in prayer. Each of these students
a warm embrace was definitely felt. As senior De'Aja Davis led the group, she tells me the importance of prayer.
I feel like prayer is important in itself because the Bible says in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray without ceasing. So I just feel like praying is just obeying God.
Hand to hand, closed eyes, and bowed heads. Students were able to get the prayer that they needed for a productive school semester. Junior class committee chairperson Christian Bryant had a few words of advice for new and returning students.
Don't be afraid to take new chances. Don't be afraid to put your best foot forward starting this new school year and to have fun and be safe.
What a powerful way to open up this school semester with a prayer. Makayla Brown reported for ASU TV-13.
Here at Alcorn, welcoming new and transfer students has been nothing but a blast. Throughout the week, there were events each day to help new and transfers become acclimated to the campus. One event was a little fun in the sun. Check it out.
Expect the unexpected.
Welcome Week is in full swing with a little bits of fun in the sun. Students got the opportunity to mingle with friends, get henna on hands, and a caricature made free of charge. Two students expressed to me their viewpoints of Welcome Week.
Welcome Week has been amazing. I thank all the student ambassadors, orientation leaders.
I like it so far. It's wonderful. All the activities are static. It's wonderful.
As students enjoyed their time on the plaza, free water was given out to stay cool in such extreme heat. Snow cones were available for purchase if you wanted a sweet treat, thanks to RM Shaved Ice. The viewpoint of the freshman class is a good way to continue events like this.
So far, I have received positive feedback for the incoming freshmen saying that they feel welcome to the campus and they love the atmosphere so far. So I hope, the anticipation and everything else, the enthusiasm continues throughout the school year.
As Welcome Week continues, one piece of advice was given to others for consideration.
Welcome the new students, transfer students in with a warm welcome like we do everybody else.
Despite the heat, this is a great way to continue Welcome Fest. Makayla Brown reported for ASU TV-13.
And Welcome Week was nothing but fun. There was a pep rally hosted in the E.E. Simmons Gymnasium. Fall athletes such as football, soccer, track, and cheerleaders were introduced to the student body. Some students dared to be brave and challenged the ROTC cadets to a plank challenge. and let's just say it was a sight to see. Thankfully, this event was in the gymnasium and not outside due to heat that would have posed as their biggest challenge. Speaking of the weather, temperatures have broken an all-time record, being as high as 103 degrees. Definitely not the heat you will want to be in if you don't have to be, but if you have to, this story may be beneficial to you. Take a look. Beneath the shade of giant trees, students are trying to beat the heat. Even physical activity as simple as walking to class can become quite difficult.
It's rough. As you can see, I'm drenched in sweat already, and I just walked a few minutes.
Recent temperatures have peaked into the triple digits, with the highest being 103 degrees. And students aren't the only ones taking the heat. Practices are still being held for organizations such as band, soccer, and football despite rising temperatures. In regards to athletics, Director of Athletic Training, Roderick Young, shared how he and his staff ensure the safety of athletes during these extreme conditions.
We go over our protocols, make sure we have our AEDs, our hydration, make sure our ice machines are working properly to ensure that we actually have enough ice to get through the practice.
Alcorn Lorman campus nurse practitioner Dr. Nia Day shares how to identify the symptoms of excessive heat exposure.
But some of the things that can happen will be heat stroke, heat exhaustion, or just heat-related illnesses. Some medications are triggered by heat, so we have to be cautious of that also. Some of the symptoms that you can look for will be dizziness, seeing blurred vision, double vision, seeing spots, being very fatigued, tired out really easily, shortness of breath.
Dr. Day also gives some advice on beating the heat.
And we are advising that everybody stays in primarily between the hours of 12 until 4 because of the heat index is even higher during that time. One of the things to combat the heat is to stay hydrated. We ask that you drink plenty of water and make sure you're hydrating with some type of electrolyte replacement during the day also.
It's safe to say that if you don't necessarily have to be out in this heat, then don't. And most importantly, stay hydrated. This has been Delisha Banks reporting for ASU TV-13. Staying cool is the objective for the week, and I know I've been staying hydrated and not being outside if I don't have to be. Women's soccer faced McNeese State University. The Braves lost to the Cowgirls. The ladies will be back in action on Friday, September 1st against Jacksonville State University in Alabama at 7 p.m. If you cannot make it to support our Braves, the game will be aired on ESPN. And kickoff for the football season is right around the corner. The Braves hosted the final purple and gold scrimmage as they prepare for their September 2nd matchup against Southern Miss. If you haven't gotten your tickets to the Southern Miss game, the time is now. Let's pack out the stands with purple and gold, and as one fan had to say,
ooh! The Braves are coming.
A local event to raise money for ASU Foundation and to crown a new little king and queen. The Jefferson County chapter of Alcorn State's National Alumni Association hosted their annual Little Mr and Miss ASU pageant. This historic pageant has been active since the late 70s and has served as a financial aid to the community of Alcorn.
We started off as a fundraiser for the alumni chapter. And the purpose of it, we was trying to raise money for scholarships.
This year's pageant happens to be the first reunion since 2018 due to the unexpected appearance of COVID in 2020. Little Miss ASU of 2018-2019, Maya Montgomery, was just 9 years old when she was crowned. The now 15-year-old shares what she's looking forward to in tonight's pageant.
Well, I can't wait to see all the talents they do, before they announce who actually wins.
The contestants participated in a sportswear, business, future occupation, and talent showcase. During intermission, the audience was graced with a solo selection, poetry, and chants from both the Jefferson County High School and Alcorn State University cheerleaders. After much deliberation from the judges, Little Mr. Jedediah White and Little Miss Christine Carter were crowned. Mother of Little Miss ASU, Christina Carter shares insight on the process of fundraising for this event.
Ooh, it's been a long process. We did several different fundraisers. We also went around to different businesses in the community, asking them if they would like to give a donation or either purchase an ad for the ad booklet.
Grandfather of little Mr ASU and Alcorn State Fire Chief Ray White speaks on the importance of his grandson's participation in this prestigious pageant.
Well, that'll be part of his legacy. He right now, this is the first time in his life he's going to accomplish something that could have a major impact as he grow older and he graduate from Alcorn.
Tonight's pageant concludes with a total of $27,927 fundraised, which is the most money fundraised for this annual pageant. What a brave way to make history. Delisha Banks, ASU TV-13. And thank you for joining me on this ASU TV-13 News Brief. I am Delisha Banks, and we will see you in the next one.